Tip number 2, focus on the right features. It's okay to prioritize the things that are essential for your launch or your early access and say, we're gonna add as we go. We're gonna see what customers do with this game and make changes over time. Market early and market often. Start building your community. Playtest the marketing message, not just the game. And remember, you're probably the same way where you're not gonna buy a game the very first time you hear its name. So you need a little bit of name recognition and awareness out there to really build a successful community. Tip number 4, make a good trailer. And again, make a good trailer is pretty broad advice. So just remember the context your trailer is going to be seen in. Try to really grab the user's attention in those first 5 seconds and give them a reason to keep watching. Showcase what's awesome about your game in a memorable elevator pitch. Tip number 5, good capsule art. This is the thumbprint, right? This is the idea of your game that anybody should be able to recognize at a glance and get a sense of the content and personality of your game. It should not be a mystery what your game is called when somebody looks at your capsule art. Tip number 6 is to localize. The Steam audience that doesn't view the client in English is huge. 60% of users don't. If you need a place to start based on your budget and constraints, start with your store page, start with languages that are easy, or you've got a friend who speaks Bulgarian, get that going and go from there. You can get data to guide larger investment. Tip number 7 is to test. Try to physically observe playtesters if you can. Don't just test the content, test the user experience. What's it like for me to download this product from the platform or store that I'm using? Does the launch process go smoothly, and so on. Tip number 8, don't be exclusive. Ship everywhere at the same time, within reason, and just be really smart and judicious if you're using Steam keys to sell your PC game on places other than Steam. We provide them for free, but they can have cost if you're not using them wisely. Tip number 9, pay attention to feedback. Don't spend all night reading the negative reviews and arguing with people on the internet, but remember that feedback shows up in a lot of different places. Even just within your Steam community hub, it shows up in lots of different places, to say nothing of the rest of the internet at large. Listen to your customers, iterate and make a change, learn from that change, and then repeat. And the very last one, update with a purpose. Try to tell your players a story about the new content that you're shipping. Let them participate and tease it out a little bit in advance so you can get as much mileage, get press interested, get your player base really energized. So that's all I have. A really special thanks to all of the developers and publishers who let us use their games as examples, and thank you guys all for coming.